Para dar trabajo y pan en tierras de 3 provincias se ha construido el pantano de Labra, y el vecindario de los 11 ayuntamientos acoge con el mayor entusiasmo la llegada de su excelencia. Es la 4ª vez desde la victoria en la guerra que la región recibe la visita del comandante y puede mostrarle la gratitud que siente por la tarea realizada. Horas después, es importante que espera su llegada a la capital.
Cariño, siempre dando vueltas a lo mismo.
Desde el balcón principal pronuncia unas palabras para agradecer el recibimiento tributado y dice cómo, a pesar de hallarnos sitiados por un mundo que no nos entendía, estamos creando un país nuevo, digno de sus hijos y de su historia.
That's a shame, I was enjoying that. Sorry, I know that piece of music, I know it really well, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. But, never mind. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game which I think is,
Cariño, vamos, no te quedes ahí parado.
I think it's in Spanish? I'm not sure, actually. I don't even know what the name of the game is. It's on the title bar, you can work it out for yourself. I'm sure you can figure it out. So yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this little game, of which I know absolutely nothing about, as ever. We have a lamp, indeed.
Tendré que rellenar el farol.
Oh, I'm not this common person, I'm somebody else, am I? Oh, right. What's up with my hand? No, seriously, what is up with my hand? A, there's a big seam down it, and B, it's got... as if it's covered in bits of paint and stuff. Alright, what were you saying?
Tendré que rellenar el farol.
You have to fill the lamp. Alright, so you want me to find some oil, perhaps? Here we are, some oil. I like this grabby motion. I like it a lot. It entertains me greatly. There we go. Can I turn this on now? Goodness, I can indeed. Right, is this going to drain over time? One presumes. So yes, other than the fact that we have a light, and we have some chalk, apparently, that we make use of at some point, he says, turning the lamp off by accident, which was portrayed by the control scheme. The only thing I know is that when the game starts up, all of the indeed, all of the menus are presumably in the same language as the language that the people are speaking. So I had fun trying to wander through the options menu, trying to guess which button was language. So that was fun, but never mind any of that. Let's see what we can find. Maintain shift to run. What an excellent way of phrasing things, and what an unexcellent way of arranging your rugs and carpets. But never mind, you can't have everything, and we've already got quite a lot of things around here, at least in the realm of books, so perhaps I should be grateful for what I do have, rather than complaining about what I don't have. Alright then. So we have much pottery. A great deal of pottery, in fact. Goodness, someone's made a right old mess of the old furniture movement, haven't they? There's a wagon wheel on the wall. Right, that's interesting. And here's some more oil.
Para una última vez.
There's a little left, enough for one last time. Okay, so are you telling me like the it's running out of oil and I need to not waste it, he says, leaving the light on the entire time he plays the game. Right, let's go through here this time and press the correct button. Goodness, what a spooky looking tree. Reminds me a bit of the Gildergleam from Skyrim, actually. Very pretty. And nice music as well. Can I turn this off, actually, because I feel like the that's better. I feel like this lighting does quite a nice job on its own without me screwing it all up. What's with the spider's webs? I don't know, but they seem to be made out of concrete, which I'm sure wasn't very comfortable for the spider, but never mind any of that rubbish. Alright, what does this do? I don't think that did anything good. Or did it?
Volvemos arriba.
Let's go back up. Back up to my room. Alright, I'll go to my room with Carmen. I suppose that's reasonable. What's up with this? This looks interesting. I'll turn this on for a second. Goodness, what's with the there's like a little passageway there, but there's all sort of roots and vines in the way, and bloodstain of a handprint there, which is all a little morbid. Alright. I'm not quite sure where we are. I feel like we might be in a hotel or something. Judging,
Te entretienes demasiado. Volvamos.
Why do I get the distinct impression that woman's in my head? Yeah, I feel like we might be in a hotel. We've got like lots of little individual suites, and like a big sort of communal courtyard, and sort of big corridors connecting everything together. So that sound effect is older than I am. That's incredible. I've been hearing that sound effect in games for as long as I've been alive. That's truly wonderful. Interesting. It seems Carmen's a bit cross at me for making alludements to that I was not supposed to be doing. Well, there's quite a breeze going.
¿Qué narices? No. Será la falta de sueño
Must be a lack of sleep again,
otra vez.
if you insist.
Aún sigo cerca al dormitorio.
Well, I am still close to the bedroom. What was that? What? Sort of prompt came up for a second. Oh no, it's probably just one of these bits of dust, isn't it? Alright. So it seems
Hacía tiempo que no me pasaba.
it's been some time since I've been around here.
Mucho tiempo.
You need to wash your hands, my friend. A long time. Oh goodness. A quick time event. Okay, so let me get this straight. I have taken possession of the mind of a man who is gone bonkers, but is trying to do some amateur electrical work, and then get back to the bedroom.
La luz ahuyenta la pesadilla.
The light chases away the nightmares. Scaring nightmares takes a lot of oil. Oh, okay, so I do have some sort of finite amounts of that then.
Queda poco.
But,
Era para una última vez.
goodness knows.
Está lleno. Ahora no necesito más aceite.
Goodness knows how I actually observe. Oh, goodness, not this again. Evening, sir. Do you mind screwing off? Goodness knows how much oil I've actually got left. Hello, can I get another one out of here? No. We have a very portly, goat, I think, judging by the nose. I thought it was a deer at first, but no, I think a goat would be more accurate. Can I have a jump scare out of here as well? No, I can't. That's a shame. I want to have a better look at the hats that the ghost is wearing. It seems vaguely familiar to me, and I want to try and place it. What have we here? Mouse wheel to zoom. How very exciting. Right click and mouse to hold, he says, pressing the left one. 'Tis a playing card. It's not extremely exciting. Alright, I'm not sure why that's important. It's a picture of some sort of goblet or something, which I must say is an image I've never seen on a playing card before. But, alright. I don't know exactly what that's trying to tell me. Oh, I can move all these boxes around, so I can. That's nice. What's with the breathing? You sound like you've got pneumonia, man. Calm down. It's alright. I thought these, hello. Yeah, I'm pretty much convinced about the Hannah. Sounds like I thought these, Spanish-speaking countries are usually quite cozy warm. Right then, yes, this ghost that we're dealing with, I should probably actually go and fill my oil up, actually, before we get murdered again. Can I fill up here, please? I think the way that you tell is to the height of the flame, because right now that flame is quite high, but then just at the end there, when I was going back, the flame was very little. Perhaps that's its way of telling you how much fuel you've got left. But what do we have here? We have a vase, a gift from a general. Francisco liked it so much that in the next family portrait, the general's daughter wore a matching dress for the occasion. The idea from the dress came from Carmen. Okay. So you don't mean the
Te quedó magnífico.
painted the portrait magnificently.
Pero a sus niñas
You made them so pretty with their blossoms in their hair. The general gave us the vase, together with a bouquet of flowers. Oh, that was nice of him. He gave you responsibility. Goodness. Okay, good. So we're not thinking of the Francisco that I was thinking of. So we have 2 swords. Alright. The same symbol on the back again. Interesting. I really do feel like this man is having Hello. This man is having an episode. There, see, look, the light's got a lot smaller all of a sudden. Having some sort of episode at the moment about something or other. And the paintings seem to be important. Perhaps, oh, fiddlesticks. Perhaps, this character that I'm playing as is an artist. And, and that's why the paintings have significance to him. And then, hooray, some more oil. There's nothing inherently creepy about that, but I don't like it. Alright, let me turn this on, because I expect this machete-wielding bunny is going to try and kill me. Another card. This time goodness, I don't know what that is. A few gherkins, perhaps, with a bit of rope tied around them? Goodness only knows what that is. But no, the bunny didn't try to murder me. But it's interesting, the ghost that comes out of the paintings, I'm convinced that he's wearing a sort of a military hat. Man alive, there's a painting and a half. Yes. Like one of those sort of oval hats that people wear. I was going to say that they wear on their head, but as if you'd be wearing a hat on your arse, I suppose. Okay, and then here's some various different symbols. A dagger, a globe, a coin, a Stone Age club. All sorts of various interesting things. La Nina de Carmen. Now, what on earth does that mean? The something of Carmen. I don't know what Nina means, though. Tell me I don't have to play that. I remember writing Carmen all her songs on this blackboard. She did not know how to write. One day I brought a lot of chalk to have to spare, and when I came back it was all gone. I found Carmen filling the blackboard. Oh, right. So is that the chalk you were talking about? Because they mentioned something about chalk in the control scheme originally. I did take music lessons for a while. I took them for just over a year, I think. And I sucked the whole way through when it came to reading music. Performing music, I was decent at. At least that was the charitable description that that my teacher gave to me. The actual is that the chalk? I don't think so. I think that is the rubber. The reading of music is absolutely beyond me, though. It is just beyond my comprehension, I'm afraid. So where's this chalk? Because presumably I need to complete the notes. But I don't know where to find the chalk. Perhaps the chalk is in here. It would make sense that you'd probably store it somewhere, so I need to go off and find some sort of combination or a code or something, which I can use in order to open that box. Alright then. Can I read anything here? No. Can I get jump scared? No. What a travesty. I see you have a sense of timing about you, my friend. Right then, we'll get to all of that in a minute. That looks interesting. What do we have here? Thank you. 30 years have passed since graduation. While he sees it, he still remembers all that he had yet to learn. First of your class, with talent. You did not become the master you are without effort. Few people do. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the degree is actually in. That says something about arts on the end, doesn't it? Remember, there's like a Bachelor of the Arts of the province of Granada. Completion of a diploma. Something about an application. No, I have no idea what that's a degree, and I assume it's a degree in something, but goodness only knows exactly what. Presumably art or music or something else vaguely creative. Are you going to jump at me, fish face? Presumably not. What have we here? 4 coins. It's just struck me. So there were 4 coins. There were 2 swords. There were 3 clubs. And I can't for the life of me remember what the other one is. I wonder whether the number represents the place. Like the 4th number in the sequence is these coins. Assuming these are coins. Which, one guesses they are, but they seem to have an interesting blindfolded character on the face, which is interesting. Most coins have sort of a king or an empress embossed on them, but hello again. I'd better fill this up before I die, hadn't I? I do find myself wondering if he's a soldier. He must be some person of significance, probably to this to these characters that we are discussing. If he's jumping out of the paintings and trying to assault me. So, let me see what I can do with this, he says, turning that on and wasting power. Yeah, let's have the 3 be the club, 4 be the coin, the 2 be the sword. Where's the sword? There's the sword. Now, apparently it was a globe. That's good. I have no memory of seeing a globe. That's alright. And they've locked the door behind me. Okay, press 2 to take out the chalk. Oh, that's why my hands are so messy. They're covered in chalk and paint. Derp brain that I am. Oh no, you don't want me to draw it myself. I can barely write English, let alone draw. Let me make this a bit bigger and then take a photograph of it so that we don't have to keep referring back to this. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And then we point the camera in the wrong direction because apparently I have some sort of art degree. Photography degree even. Right. Let's see what I can do with this. So this thing, it needs a sort of a line after it, I think. Possibly. Do you know what? Let's start with the bits that have already got some sort of something constructed around them. Let's see. This needs a line that sort of goes up like this. Huzzah! Right, Kizzy up. Is this the next one? No, there should be another one in the middle, I think. Let me see. This one's got a line that starts just above it. About there. And then it goes down right to the bottom. Oh. I've run out of chalk. This chalk don't last too long, do it? Let's have another piece, shall we? Yeah, this has got like a line that goes down like that. Alright, now we've got another one of these weird oval things that seem to make up the basic structure of the vast majority of these things. Now where does that one start? It starts in this line, I think. So we need to draw like an oval around. What? Why is it all getting rubbed off? Exactly? I worked hard on that, and then you went and spoiled it all. For goodness sake, I don't have, like, you know, the ability to do this, like, inordinately quickly, alright? There were limits to my powers, for crying out loud. Right, this one has a line that goes up. Like that. Then there's another one, another circle, which is about, No, it doesn't. That's wrong. Hopefully that will go away on its own in time, because that is wrong. I shouldn't do that. Because this one starts on the middle line. Or not the middle line, the one up from the bottom, which it shouldn't do. Oh, there we are. I just need to draw on them. Okay. Right. Here. So were those blobs going away because I was drawing them in the wrong places? You just want me to put the circles on, not the lines? Alright, I don't know what the lines represent, so goodness only knows why I thought it was necessary to put those on.
Ahora sí que esto no tiene sentido.
You're telling me, friend. That's a nice touch. She'll probably like the music, but she's not going to be very pleased about all the blood stains that we've left everywhere. I like the drippiness. That's a nice touch. Goodness. That was abrupt. I think you need to write a better ending for the song, my friend.
Otra vez. No puede ser.
Oh no. Not PT. No, don't be PT. Come on, you've been good so far. Don't turn into PT. Alright, so...
¿Qué sucede?
Okay, well at least it's substantially different this time. Okay, we are actually in a different environment. We're not in the place that I thought we're not where we were before. So, what was with that big scampering bloodstain? Exactly. What was all that about? Can I go through here? This is locked. Well, that's unfortunate, but perhaps I can find a key if I go on a little adventure. Alright, hello, good afternoon.
Espero que se haya marchado.
I hope it's left. Yeah, so do I. I'm gonna hope so much I can actually come over and have a look at this place while we investigate. Alright then. I'm just gonna keep the light out when I think I'm likely to get pounced upon by something dangerous. Alright, what have we here? A book. A book with a knife on it. Alright. Anything on the back? Some sort of a symbol I don't recognise. Alright. Oh, goodness. That looks like a sequence and a half, doesn't it? So what have we got? We've got club. We've got sword. We've got circle thing. We've got... Goodness, I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to just draw a little diagram of it. That's a dreadful diagram, but never mind. The player character's the one with a degree in art, not me. Alright, that might be a sequence that we need for something later. Man alive, we had some very short people sleeping in these beds, didn't we? We must have some very short customers for this little hotel of ours. And again, your breath has become visible, implying that you are cold. But why? I appreciate it's night time, but it's surely not that cold. What's this? During Carmen's dance classes, man alive, you kids got into all the arts, didn't you? All the girls tried to learn her new moves. These shoes followed the rhythm of infinite songs and I don't know what that is. They also followed her steps. With these shoes they danced together under the olive tree's shade. With your brush you dance over the canvas. With my shoes dancing was enough. Alright, that's interesting. Oh, goodness. So how does this differ? That's the same, except it's 4. And I noticed that the first thing had one sword on it, didn't it? But this one's got 4 globes on it. Interesting. There must be some significance to these, but without knowing where these go, it's going to be rather difficult to piece together exactly what it is I need to take from these. So, oh gosh, oh goodness, oh fiddlesticks. Get out of my house, you big smelly creep. What under the sun are you? I don't know. I've fallen over, it seems. And now I've been quite heavily murdered. Alright, fair enough. So it seems like this is one of the bad guys that I can't just shine the light at in order to make it go away. Alright, fair enough. Perhaps instead I need to do some running away. Is it going to spawn here again or not? Okay, so again I need these. So I think the fourth one's going to be the globe. Probably the first one. Oh, good afternoon. I didn't notice you were there. I do apologise. And once again I have died. Wonderful. Perhaps I should take a slightly more stealthy approach to this and go this way. Giddy. Oh, Giddy aren't so much for stealth. Right, is she gonna like... Yeah, so she comes towards me, but she comes towards me silently. Alright, that's fair enough. Me coming over here is not a very fair idea, because this is not the corridor which had a door at the end of it. Alright, so she leaves when I go into those rooms, because presumably she's slightly too fat to get... She's slightly too fat to go in them, so anytime I go through a door like this, she's gonna leave. Alright, fair enough. Any more books that I can learn about or read? Winning design for the winning side's recruitment poster. They suggested that... They suggested to... no, it can't be Francesca, can it? It must be Francisco. That he should join the contest. Oh, of course, Francisco is me, isn't it? I was just thinking, sure that's a man's name. Of course it is, I think that's me. He should join the contest. He did not oppose it. Thousands of men enlisted to the war front, while this time is distributed throughout the country. Your last commission gave me goosebumps. Well, I mean, he was... I didn't have my light out. I'm doing really well at this game. Right, I was just going to open my big fat stupid mouth and talk about how he was making a poster which was going to encourage men to silence something, which is probably going to get them killed, which is going to understandably give you a few goosebumps. Right, never mind me being a crass muppet. Let's keep wandering around for a little bit and see... Actually, no, I want to spawn her over here. There we go. Now I'll go in this room, and then by the time I come out, she should leave again. And that might give me an opportunity to have a look at this. Okay, so the 2 is the clubs, I think. So the 2 is the clubs. And then we've got the 4 things which look a bit like a globe, but I'm not convinced that they are a globe. And then the, is it the 1 sword? I think the sword was the 1, wasn't it? Not again. Not again. This woman doesn't leave me alone. Alright, but that's only 3 parts of the code, of the combination. I need more than that. Okay, so she can and will respawn there. That's a pain. Yeah, this is what the 4 is. I really don't know what these are. They're not globes, are they? They're more like big marble vases or something with plants in them, perhaps. I'm not sure exactly what they are. Alright. Let me... Which one was this? This was the 1 sword, so the 1 is the sword then. So the 1 is the sword. And then the 4 is the vases. I don't know what the 3rd one is. I can probably guess what the 3rd one is through trial and error, but I doubt I'm going to have much time to be faffing around with trial and error when I've got that thing on my tail. So, that was odd. I didn't go in a room, but she ran away. I'd forgotten just how imposing I am. Alright, it's locked the doors behind me. Why has it done that? I should probably keep this open while I investigate these paintings, just to be on the safe side. There's that music again that I can't place. Give me a moment, I'm just going to find the name of this, because it's driving me mad that I can't think of it. Apparently it's a song called Dance with the Band, which doesn't sound right to me, but Shazam is never the most reliable of programs. Good thing I stood there for ages and wasted loads of time with the wasted loads of oil while I was doing that. Well, this is interesting. This looks like the room that we're in currently. We came in through that door there. And if I go through there... Yeah, look, there's another room on the other side. That'll lead us to the key, which is in there, apparently. Alright, if you say so. Oh, alright, I don't think that's actually, I don't think that noise is actually relevant to what I did with the television. I think that's just random. There wasn't any oil in here, was there? I didn't think so, no. Alright. And there's the open box. Alright. Is there a key? Yes, there is a key. Can I have the key, please, before I get slightly murdered by a man in the painting again? Alright. And yeah, here's just a mirror image of the other room we were in. How curious. Can I go out? Yes, I can. That's nice. So I've got a key now. Ow, my face. I've got a key now. Oh, goodness, what am I doing here again? I've got a key now. But I'm not entirely sure I know where it goes. Unless it goes through here, which seems unlikely.
¿Seguirá por aquí?
Yes, yes, it does go through here. Can you open it? I still need the other key. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, that's lovely and all, but, you know, we're in a little bit of a pickle now. Oh, dear. I'm going to have to try and sneak past it somehow. Well, there goes the sneaking past. Oh, dear. Is it gonna... What the hell have I done? I know when you die you're supposed to leave this world, but I didn't think I was going to physically leave the game world. But, I guess that's what happens. Alright then, I presume that this hasn't saved me getting that key, has it? No, it has. That's very good of it. That's much better than I would have expected out of this. Much better than I would have expected. And I'll tell you for why, because so many games I've been playing recently, whenever you die, they just kick you straight back to the beginning of the game, so saving seems to be going out of fashion when it comes to games. So that's a wee bit mysterious. Alright, is she going to spawn here? I need to get rid of her somehow. As soon as she goes away. If I could stop getting stuck on a door frame, that would be lovely. Rush through here. And then work on this as quick as I can. So we need one sword. We need 2 clubs. The club was already there, you stupid man. You stupid, stupid man! Right, never mind me being absolute brain-dead cretin. We've got the key. Let's see if we can get out of here before we get ourselves slightly more impaled than we have already been. Huzzah! We have escaped. Is there any oil in here, please? I feel like I'm a bit low on that front. No, I seem to have loads. I guess that's one of the advantages of dying. This may be my last night. What things I think. Goodness, what paintings you do. Man alive, reminds me of rock. The confectionery, rather, not the music. Or the geological structure, for that matter. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my giddy aunt. That is quite incredible in its own way, but a little freaky and bizarre. Huzzah, some more oil. Don't really need it, judging off what I said a minute ago, but never mind. Presumably this is a representation of my studio, but it is a most unusual one. Oh, you wouldn't think you'd have this many rugs around in a studio. You'd think you'd have something that was a bit easier to clean paint out of. And off of, but there's something really sort of hallucinogenic about the floating things and the massive furniture and all the bright colours. Very hallucinogenic indeed. Right then, should we have a look at my final bit of artwork? Ah, perhaps what under the sun just happened? I don't think that was part of the game, because that's happened when I've been playing Fallout a couple of times. So, that's interesting. Okay then, back to the art critique. Is this of Carmen under the olive tree? What? Oh. Alright. Remember all we've danced? We've painted. We've grown, we've loved under the leaves of the olive tree. On the 1st of April 1949, the tree was left with no leaves. That you already painted, but Master, you are missing a detail. Where is the lead lodged into the tree's heart? Where are the faces of those who shot me? Where is the bullet that pierced me?
Herida.
Is it? Oh. Oh, goodness, that was nicely aligned. I didn't even realise that was going on at first. So, it seems this was set 1949. I was going to say this was set during the Second World War. No, it couldn't have been, because 1949 was after the Second World War ended. What conflicts were going on in 19... What the hell just happened? What conflicts were going on in 1949? I actually can't think of any. So you want me to go and investigate the olive tree, do you? Okay, fair enough. That's going to require me finding the tree, which I presume is the one which was, I presume that was the one in the courtyard. So... where am I going? Because there only seems to be one door. One exit. Well, I don't seem to be able to exit because this painting is in the way, unless I can move it out of the way somehow. Yes, I can. Okay, it's locked, but we can still go through it. Alright. Goodness. Do you know what this scene reminds me of a little bit? It's the end of Medusa's Labyrinth, actually. So I need to find the bullet hole in the tree, you say? Looks like it's been shot at quite a lot, to be honest. Where is the hole in the tree? Ah. Is that it? No. Sorry, I thought it was a slightly brighter bit of red, but I don't think it is, actually. Oh, when I said under the ground, like Harold's heart, for example, goodness. Sorry, I'm making loads of references to other games today, and I apologise for that. I feel like my mindless prattle should be confined to the game itself, rather than just referencing loads of other games that vaguely remind me of it. Okay, now the lag is here. Get it out. Alright. Oh, there we are. That's a little better. Alright then. So we're heading underground, presumably to examine the roots of the tree. And I have a horrible feeling we're going to find a number of dead bodies as well. Perhaps the conflict wasn't as large as I'm thinking of. I was thinking of sort of large international conflicts. Possibly it was a small thing like a civil war, a revolution, or an uprising or something. And that's what was going on. So I feel like this place seems a bit sort of out of the way and peaceful to really be involved in a proper conflict. I'm so sorry we didn't see that, whatever that was, but that's what happens when it freezes your camera while it wants to do an animation, which I get why it wants to do that, but at the same time it don't really work if the player doesn't happen to be looking in the exact right direction at the time. Alright, so as much as I want to go through that big red orifice into hell, I reckon this is actually where I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, well, we found the bodies that I predicted would be down here. And we've escaped the last of the lag as well, which is nice. So, let's see what else. I can't tell if that's a cow or a pig or a... what the hell is that? I still can't tell if that's a cow or a pig. Goodness! Yes, I noticed. Seldom does one get eaten by a big squeaky monster and one does not die. Alright, let me try that again. Do I still have the chalk out of curiosity? No, I don't. Alright. Right, sorry about that. Nearly sneezed everywhere. Alright, this time I'm going to run away immediately before I stand around and waste lots of time. There was a... Oh, I was going to say there was a passageway. There wasn't a passageway. There was a sort of a tunnel I could hide in. So there's a number of these. Do any of them lead anywhere, or are they just hiding places? Now this one's much too long to just be a hiding place. This must go somewhere. So he's very cross about something, isn't he? Making a fine old ruckus. What's this? A coffin? A sarcophagus, possibly. Seems to be made of stone. Presumably I waited in there until some archaeologist came down to move the thing. Sorry, mate, didn't mean to invade on your privacy. Alright, oh gosh. Yeah, I'm still not... It's because it's... I think it's a cow. I'm genuinely not sure, to be quite honest. But, giddy on. Either... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Where am I going to go? There's no little crevices I can hide in. Good afternoon. Am I going back? Can I use this as like a tunnel? Oh goodness, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Alright, how am I going to do this? I'm going to turn this off because it doesn't seem to be doing any good at the moment. I can't crouch, can I? Well, Control and C aren't doing anything, so we'll roll with the assumption the answer to that question is no. What if I just like stand here and hide quietly? Maybe it won't... Maybe it can't see me? It doesn't seem to have any eyes. Yep, yeah, that theory seems to work. I'll be honest, I really do have no idea exactly what the true meaning of this game is or what it's getting at. But I'm certainly enjoying it. It's very creative in terms of its variety of spooks and variety. Giddy aunt.
¿Sentiste miedo cuando los abatieron uno a uno como animales? ¿Sentiste miedo cuando empezaron a cavar ahí mismo? ¿Y supiste que estarías condenado a dormir sobre nuestra tumba?
I like that it's got little arms in its mouth, kind of drag its prey in further. I think that's quite cute. But where's my mouse gone? Thank you. Kitty-yarn. Okay, many things to say. First and foremost, I'm impressed that the game is coming up with multiple interesting bad guy models, rather than just going with one and sticking with it. I'm impressed they put that much work into it. So I reckon that this monster is blind. Giddy-yarn. This monster's blind, and I've got to get to the far end, to where those lights are, without waking it up. And that involves getting around here without walking on any bones, because it makes noises when I walk into one, and when I walk into these and when I walk into these invisible barriers, it would seem. Well, I do. It's lovely attention to detail, but at the same time, it's a pain in the neck. Yeah, and then the mouse just goes away and you have to do it with the arrows and enter. Very mysterious. Alright, I have somehow got to get through here without making a cantankerous din. Can I walk over the skulls? No. Okay, so I can't touch any bones at all. Anything I stand on will make a massive racket. I wouldn't mind that much if they put just random invisible barriers hither and thither which got in my way. But, I was about to say, because it's deaf, we can get up close and personal with it and get a better look at its character model. No, we can't. Giddy aunt. Icarus flew too close to the sun and got eaten by a pig monster. I don't think that's exactly how the legend went, but I'm sure it will do for today. Giddy aunt. Right. Let's try this again, and this time not get all cocky and stupid. Giddy aunt. There are some very lovely attentions to detail in this game, like the bones and the sound design and the lights. A lot of it is really very nice indeed. Alright then, let's go through another coffin portal and see what we find at the other side. Presumably I'm still looking for the heart of this tree.
Imagínate a la pequeña, correr por el patio, llenarle el pelo de flores y enseñarle sus primeros pasos de baile. Imagínatelo, porque iba a ser de verdad.
I feel like this guy that we're playing has a lot of guilt about mistakes that he's made. Somehow he wasn't there to protect his family. Presumably this was going to be their child, either a child they were planning on having, or a maybe she was pregnant at the time, which would make things somehow even worse. Alright, so we've gone to the rock fall. Not that I ever know where those things are happening, but alright. So we've come back here, although I'm not convinced why exactly. Alright, so that made like a little staircase. Ah, and this is accessible now, and we can't go back that way because of another rockfall. That was an unimpressive attempt at a whistle for a very impressive little view that we've got here. Man alive, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nicely put together indeed. Ah. Well, I was right about finding the dead bodies. Yep, here she is. I think. Actually, I don't think she is though. Because I can see the vines in there, but I can't actually see a body. Which is interesting. There's a number of pathways I can take. Can I go this way? Yeah, the water mustn't be too deep. So what am I looking for then exactly? There must be something I need to gather up and then take it back perhaps. Or just some candles I need to light? Alright. Perhaps I'm performing some sort of I don't know, some sort of ritual?
Intentaba ayudar a unos hombres que luchaban por la gente. Solo iban a pasar aquí la noche. Y tú, te veo allí, abriendo la puerta del patio a nuestro verdugo, lleno de miedo, saludando a los que mataron a este árbol. Grité y nadie dijo nada. ¿Y qué ha pasado con mi Francisco? Pensé que pronto estaría.
Hello again. Interesting. So perhaps the reason that she was shot is she was caring for some injured soldiers. Oh, giddy on that thing's after me. She was caring for some injured soldiers, and presumably some soldiers of the opposite side of the war came along and found them there, and she was sort of to be executed as a hello. Executed for helping the enemy. She doesn't let up, does she? There's so much cracking of bones, you'd think she gave me a few new ones, just so she could break those as well. Interesting. I wonder whether she perhaps represents the, she represents Carmen in one way or another, because, it's clearly a female character. She's wearing a dress. And those arms, they almost look like tree branches, those sort of big legs that she wanders around on. So I wonder whether she is supposed to represent in one way or another the tree and Carmen. So it looks like my current objective is to get around and get all of the candles lit. The thing is I can't go in there because that's a complete dead end. And if I go in there, I'm going to get trapped and killed. So that has to be the final one that I turn on, in the hope that when I turn on the last one, that deactivates the bad guy. So I need to run around and get all the others turned on first. There we go. Oh, interesting. So these sort of light up as we go. That's curious. Are there any more? Please, I can get through here. Thank you. Are there any more candles? There's nothing here, so I really shouldn't go here and get myself trapped in a corner and die again. You'd think if you were being chased by a big scary demon. You'd think I'd run a bit faster. Her design really does make me curious though, because it seems almost more of a Japanese design than a what I think is a Spanish design. I apologise if I do have the language and the nationality wrong, but it seems Spanish to me. I could be completely wrong in my guess, but I think it's Spanish. But yeah, it almost seems more of a Japanese design than a Spanish design, or with the sort of the pale woman with the long dark hair and the long dress. It's a relatively common design in Japanese monsters and demons and things. So. Alright, I've done those two candles first because they seem to be the hardest ones to reach. So by doing those two first, that should make it a little easier for me to get them all done without dying, because these two I can get while running around a bit. So I'm trying to be strategic about this. Okay, it's like this one. There we go. And then I still got a decent lead, which will give me time to get to this one. And then I think, or I hope anyway, that this is the last one. There we go. There we go.
Se debilitaba y mis párpados se abrieron. No podía volver a gritar, ni reír, ni llorar. Tampoco escuchaba. Solo podía observar. Y solo con eso me fue suficiente. Estuve tan cerca de ti. Tan cerca. Fue la pintura más auténtica que he visto nunca. En ese momento vi con tus ojos. Vi que quien se escondía eras tú.
How very mysterious. So, Carmen and Francisco lived in this place together. They were happy, very creative, painting and dancing and writing music. And they were going to raise a child and raise a family here. But then there was some sort of war, and Francisco was hired to paint some sort of recruitment poster for this war. And then somehow during the conflict, some injured soldiers, I think, came to where Carmen was staying, and she took them in to heal them. Presumably then some other soldiers came along from the opposing side and then decided to execute Carmen for helping the other soldiers. The question is, what did Francisco do? It seems as if, I don't know, maybe he was a coward and he hid and didn't rescue Carmen from the soldiers. He was too afraid of what the soldiers would do to him. Perhaps that explains why at the beginning there were the paintings which had that soldier character that would jump out at me and grab me and pull me in. That sort of represented the soldiers grabbing Francisco and killing him. That was what he was afraid of. I don't know what the other monster represents. The deaf one. Not the deaf one, the blind one. Yes. Very, very mysterious, but very enjoyable, and it's nice to have a story that doesn't fully answer all of your questions and sort of leaves you feeling a little bit curious about what really was going on in the end. So yeah, I rather enjoyed that. I like the variety in terms of like all the different monsters and how sometimes you were chased by monsters and you had to run away from them. Like the first time we encountered that woman in the red dress, and other times there were... Goodness, that's loud. Goodness, that's loud. Can I turn that down a little bit, please, so that I don't go completely and utterly deaf? Didn't really seem to work. There we are. That seemed to work a bit better. Yeah, and how other times there were more sort of tactics that you had to involve in terms of not alerting the enemy, like avoiding the paintings or not stepping on the bones that were going to make sounds. So all very professionally put together, really, and really, really pretty as well. I really like that. I don't know why when we were drawing on the blackboard you didn't have to do the lines, you wanted to do the circles, but that's probably a failure of my ability to read music rather than anything else. But that was very enjoyable. I still have no idea how to pronounce his name, but that was very, very enjoyable, very professionally put together, a little bit mysterious, and quite fun, which I suppose at the end of the day is the most important thing for a game to be. So that was good fun, and I rather enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.